Hey, hello. It's Camo Dave here. Hey, one of the things you got to learn when you on YouTube, when you're a creator on YouTube, is the advertiser-friendly guidelines content that YouTube has. Okay, if you want to, again, this is just general rules that YouTube sets up for your YouTube channel to make your channel so that it's in compliance with their various advertiser-friendly rules. Regarding, quote, harmful and dangerous acts. This was the update for October 2021. And I got this little notice in the email the other day or whatever, and it says, We've updated our guidelines to include clear examples in the following policy areas that include adult content, violent, shocking content, hateful and derogatory content, sensitive events, firearms-related content, and recreational drugs and drug-related content. We've also included a new definition section to clarify key items throughout the guidelines. Now, here's an interesting thing. Okay, we knew all that. There are certain things you can't put in your YouTube videos. First off, because number one, they could just whack you and say, sorry, you got to take that down, or they'll take it down for you, or they could just demonetize it or whatever. There's a lot of different rules and stuff you got to learn when you get on YouTube, okay? And, even though the good old Constitution of the United States of America, if you live in the 50 states, that they have, there are certain things you can talk about, such as firearms-related content and drugs and stuff like that. If you have freedom of speech, but YouTube says not on our platform. Anyway, this is the interesting part here of what they're adding to this. We're introducing a new guideline enabling dishonest behavior. This provides guidance for ad servicing eligibility for contents okay, so if you're encouraging trespassing, cheating, or computer hacking. There's a guy that I watch on this, I'm not going to mention his name, but he does talk all about, he says how to hack computers, but he always has the disclaimer, please don't do this, but then he tells you how to put this piece of software on someone else's computer and you can basically run their computer and all this other stuff. But please don't do this, but he tells you how to do it. It's like saying, here's how to rob a bank, but, I'm going to tell you how to do it, but don't do it, okay? But here's how to do it. I mean, we see channels like that all over the place, and it's like, I'm wondering but here's the good thing, enabling dishonest behavior. So we do see a lot of nomads not a lot, but some nomads on this channel, my Camo Dave channel, where, are they being honest? There are certain nomads, and we won't mention any of them here. Please don't mention them in the comments below, but I need such and such repaired even though it's not broke. Whatever. My doggy's sick when he isn't. Send me money. I need to go to the vet. You wonder. Again, a lot of stuff is we're not quite sure if it's dishonest. We wonder if it's dishonest. We seem it's dishonest. And we do see a lot of people, especially ones that are trying to raise money for certain things, whether they're really being honest with us and whether they really have the problem, whether that really cost as much, whether the dog is really sick, whether they really need that much money to get an operation on the dog or the cat or the whatever or the, whatever. So we do see a lot of that out there. And so anyway, yeah. So that's interesting, isn't it? So anyway, they do continue that the YouTube does have rules and stuff regarding the bug, the virus, and they're going to change things around a little bit regarding that. But yeah, if you say stuff about the V and the vaccines and stuff that doesn't go along with what the popular culture says, and the CDC and all the guidelines, you could a lot of people have gotten into trouble for that. So. You also can't do some of the things. Animal can't do footage of animals in distress, stuff like that. Yeah. So anyway, they do update this many times a year, but that's the latest one. New guidelines on enabling dishonest behavior. We try here at the Camo Dave channel to just present it as it is. Here's a nomad. Here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to raise money for this. They're trying to get you to pay for this. Here's what's going on. And we're trying to, give you the reality of what's going on with some of these nomads as best we can within the guidelines. Okay. And, we don't, we're not a real, we're not a judge here to tell you what's right, wrong, truth, or fact, fiction, or whatever. But, it's interesting. But it is interesting now. So maybe, I don't know, enabling dishonest behavior, trespassing, cheating, or computer hacking. Or it could be they should throw in e-begging, right? Raising money for nefarious or dishonest purposes. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below and keep it civil.